Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this is a reading for the energy of Sagittarius. So I've been catching up on my readings, right? And it seems like I did Scorpio and Ophiuchus 2 times in a row. So what lucky ducks they are, right? So I've just gotten back to my old or my new, I don't know. So when I first started the channel, I was reading in my windowsill using my phone, and then I bought a desk and some gear, and then I started doing these types of readings where I had an OBS set up, and then I had 2 cameras, and then I started having technical difficulties, so I stopped that and I went to lives, and then now I'm back to where I have the OBS system with my 2 cameras. And I do have a different space now, but I think it's working out well. I don't seem to be having as much technical difficulties. My space is not as private as my previous space, but it works. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So today for you, Sagittarius, I am using the Baroque Tarot and Anatorian's Tarot the Abyss, and then we'll read in a oracle card from the Lantern Oracle. So we'll put this aside for now. And let me silence my phone really quick. I'm actually was supposed to do a personal reading for someone, and they're not answering their phone at the moment. So no worries. We'll just get this out of the way now that I'm set up. I've got my elements here. And I've called in the energy, the guidance of my ancestors. So we're not going to close that entryway just yet. All right. So this is for the energy of Sagittarius, and we all have Sagittarius in our chart by way of the house system. So you may not have a planet or an aspect in Sagittarius, but you most certainly have a house in Sagittarius. And so what that means is that we all can call upon those energies to use them whenever and however we need to. It's easier for some people to use that energy, especially if that energy is more prevalent in their chart or if they have more fire energy in their chart. So don't feel bad if you don't have anything in Sag. I don't either. And tomorrow is the full moon. We happen to be having a full moon in Sagittarius, the constellation of Sagittarius, okay? So for the most part, I practice constellational astrology, meaning I read the stars where they are in the sky, and I read the planets where they are in the sky. And tomorrow, the moon is going to be in the constellation of Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what we have for you. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. And we have Judgment in reverse. Whoa, so 2 major arcana here and 6 of Cups. Let's go ahead and pull some Tarot the Abyss right now. I certainly do love Tarot the Abyss. I think it is my favorite deck. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well. Share the video if you know someone who can benefit from this message. Share my channel if you know someone who can benefit from my readings. I would certainly appreciate it. And leave a comment to let me know that you're here, and tell me hi, and let me know if the reading resonated with you or not. Sometimes it can be hard reading on video without getting any kind of feedback, you know? All right, Sag, let's see. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. Wow. What's going on here, Sag? Let's get this all evened out here. I feel a little cramped, but it's not really all that bad. You guys just can't see the bottom of these cards. It's maybe about a quarter cut off. Okay, so Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, it looks like there might be a struggle somehow, some way, because we do have the Chariot, which talks about harnessing two energies, two opposing energies, two energies that don't usually work together, but it's the power of the Chariot who gets them to work together to move forward. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. So the feeling I'm getting here is that you kind of have this idea, you kind of have this plan formulating in your head, but you're lacking the tools necessary, the internal tools necessary to get it moving, to get it started. The Emperor is our great architect, and he takes control, he puts things in order, and it's very difficult for him to do something when he's not presenting in in the normal way. So he's in reverse, meaning the energy is there, but there is a blockage, or there's something keeping you from using the energy of the Emperor to go forth and build, to be that leader, and to put this plan in action. Then we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, 10 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. And the energy that I'm feeling here is there is probably some sort of trauma situation, something that's holding you back that has happened in the past, and it's kind of making you have second thoughts. It's giving you feeling, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that all up in the mic. It's giving you feelings of trepidation, and it's keeping you from going full force and getting fully emotionally invested in the situation or in this plan that you're having. But you do have an emotional attachment to this plan, which is not uncommon, especially if there's some trauma related to the situation that's related to the idea of you moving forward with something that you might not have the courage or the confidence to tackle or to begin. We've got Judgment in reverse, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. And so this really is telling me that there are some underlying beliefs about yourself that are keeping you from starting this, going towards this idea and working with this idea. We have Judgment in reverse, and this card I like to call my taking stock card. It's the card where you look at something and you make a judgment, a literal judgment, on whether or not you're in the correct space to be to achieve your goals and your dreams. And with it being in reverse, and we've got the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords here. I mean, like, these are both air cards in conjunction with our Ace of Swords here. We also have 10 of Swords as well. But these two cards here, directly related to judgment, are telling me that there is some emotional distress. It's the 9 of Swords is our nightmare card. It's giving you anxiety, keeping you awake. It's making you feel like you're missing something. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is our generational card, the happiness card. And so this further solidifies that there is probably some sort of childhood trauma or a past trauma, that it's an ideal that you have about yourself that was formulated there a long time ago to keep you safe, in quotation marks, right? It's a habit that you learned to keep yourself out of trouble. You know, in my generation, children were to be seen and not heard. And so it took me a long while to get over that fear, or to get over that self-limiting belief, for me to no longer think that way about myself. So so that's what I have for you, Sag. And I just want you to know that there is the power here. There's the energy here for you to work with. The Ace of Wands is here, meaning that you can initiate something. The Emperor is here, meaning that you have the ability to build something, to create something, to be a leader in the way that you want to be. It's just you're allowing your emotions, and you're allowing your mental cyclone to keep you from moving forward. You're giving yourself all these reasons why you can't, and it's based on what you learned in a previous situation. So so you can do this with your sign energy being in Sagittarius. That is the person who aims those arrows and shoots them, you know, and it's not so much hitting. I heard this somewhere. It's not so much about hitting the target. It's more so about getting those arrows out there, practicing your aim, and you know, practice makes better is what I like to tell my kids. So let's pull something from the Lantern Oracle. You know what? I really want to pull from the Jade Oracle. Yes. So we're going to pull from the Jade Oracle. So this is a Mesoamerican energetic deck. These are energies that the pre-Hispanic peoples worked with. And these are the energies that I like to work with. And these energies are in my blood. My family my lineage is from Mexico, though I am 4th and 5th generation American. My ancestry comes from Mexico. And of course, because that area was conquered most recently by the Spanish, I do have some European ancestry running through my blood. So, and that's basically what the people from Southern North America and South America are. A mixture of European and indigenous blood. All right, still Native Americans nonetheless. Okay, let's see what card we have for you, Sag. Ooh, Tlaloc. Okay, the Deot of Rain, Lord of Rain, Señor de la Lluvia. Where's my book? Okay, so this is a great card. All right, this guy is an energy of the rain, the thunder, lightning. You are Let me grab a sip of water before. Right, Tlaloc, Lord of Rain, Señor de la Lluvia, the central Mexican deity. I like to say Mexica. Maybe it's Mexican, right? Mexican deity of rain and lightning. Tlaloc is usually shown with googled eyes and large jaguar teeth, carrying Xuicotl, the celestial snake that represents a lightning bolt. It is believed that he resided in caves, also associated with water, that were filled with treasure. One of the twin temples at the Templo Mayor was dedicated to him, indicating his importance in the culture. Tlaloc occupies the first of 13 celestial levels located just above the earth and also containing the moon. Rain, thunder, lightning, and hail are all attributed to him, and he is honored for bringing all that sustains life. When Tlaloc appears, you are reminded to honor the richness and prosperity of your life. Remember to ask for whatever is necessary, but not more than you need, as a flood can cause damage. Okay, and how that can relate to you and to the energies that I have read from these cards, Sagittarius, is that perhaps it's time to visit some of the family teachings, the family treasures that make up your family, right? They're all, even though you have received some trauma from them, there's also some good things. There's also some good family values that they have taught you. And going back to your roots and learning who loved you, why they loved you, and honoring that love can bring some gifts to you, as opposed to focusing or using the energies that are keeping you back, the energies that may have hurt you at one point. And one thing we have to remember about familial traumas, and I don't want to say negative, but adverse situations that we find ourselves, adverse situations that have been pressed upon us. But when it's related to family, it's not because one doesn't love you. It's something that is passed on generation by generation, and it's because of the way that we learn, especially from the years of birth through 7. We pick up on subtle energies. We pick up on body language. We pick up on various different things that are nonverbal, and we internalize them. We learn from them. We bring that as part of our self, as part of our essence. And so sometimes some of those traits can bring about some adverse situations or adverse reactions to certain situations, right? But there's also good things that we pick up, that we learn, that are passed down. And so at this time, I think it would be good to maybe talk to some of the elders in your family, some people that you respect, and just really have heart to heart and talk to them about this idea that you have, and maybe be vulnerable with them, talk about some fears, or maybe even bring up a time you can remember when you felt shunned or felt needed to be quiet, or a situation in which you devise negative feelings about yourself based on a situation. And just see what your family member has to say. Just see what that elder has to say, and see if maybe that elder can give you some advice as far as getting on with it, or maybe give their opinion about what happened, or just start a dialogue. And so that's what I'm getting from this card. That's what I'm getting from this reading in general, is that there is a hurdle that needs to overcome, but it can be overcome. All right, so that is my reading for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a member of this channel. As I said before, don't forget to like the video because it helps. Of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And if you know someone who can benefit from this reading or any of my readings, please share. That would be great. Okay, so with that, I will leave you, and I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow night, and I'll see you next reading. Take care.